I support what they're doing in terms of getting people to dialogue. I think that's, you know, that was secretly their aim. Like the whole thing about being obscure about their demands and whatnot. It was ingenious.
I mean, you keep saying they, but do you include yourself in they, or?
You know what? I guess I do now. I would include myself in the 99%.
I'm from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada.
I'm from Massachusetts.
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Virginia.
Brooklyn, New York.
From Seattle. From the North Pole.
Connecticut.
Rhode Island.
Arkansas.
Harlem, New York.
Portland, Oregon.
I live in Italy. Roosevelt, New York.
Canada.
Vermont.
South Carolina.
Florida.
Cambridge, Massachusetts.
North Carolina.
New Jersey.
Michigan.
Dallas, Texas.
Bronx.
Maryland.
Chicago.
Long Island.
New York City.
Mic check! Mic check! Mic check! Mic check! Mic check!
There's lots of reasons why I guess we're here. I would run out of fingers and toes.
I lost my apartment and I'm here because I've never been homeless before. It seemed like almost a safe place to go.
Many kids my age do not have a future in this country. By the time they're 24, they will have, on average, $24,000 in debt.
I am 75 and disgusted with what's happened to America in my lifetime. I'm an economist and I graduated from MIT. We're in deep trouble, and this is just the beginning of what needs to be done.
I maxed out my unemployment insurance and I've been applying for jobs since I was laid off in February of '09.
People are saying that there's a tremendous inequality in this country of health services, education, and money to live decently, and that nothing will happen unless we start from the grassroots.
I was at the Tea Party rally and I shot nothing but the signs. I can tell you these signs are very similar, although these movements are not.
Abuse of the healthcare system for profit.
We are the only Western country that doesn't have basic health insurance for everybody.
I'm an ER physician and I'm here because our healthcare system is broken.
Both the pharmaceutical companies and the insurers are running away with the country.
I'm here to ensure that the people can protest peacefully, and that's my duty as an American, as a former Marine, and as a veteran, and as a human being, as a part of the 99%. I'm a Vietnam veteran and I'm against the war.
I run an MBA program with a sustainability and social justice focus. We're looking for students, and this is the place to be.
I have to be out here, actually. I can't afford Christmas this year. Things are getting bad. Maybe start out with a small term goal that Santa wants, like auditing the Federal Reserve for the first time. Make them accountable.
And the coercion between corporate greed and government.
I think it's about time that people rise up and commit themselves to change.
The reason I'm here is what's not the reason I'm here. Everything's messed up.
This one work of art expresses my feeling about the unregulated free market that we have.
My friends and family who have had the same kinds of problems that so many Americans have had over the last couple of years, whether it be educational debt, layoffs, attempted foreclosures, and I'm just sick and tired of seeing hardworking people treated so mercilessly by society.
The last 20 years I've been worried about the emergence of the 1% dominating the 99% financially and now almost spiritually.
I'm a professor of English at the University of Pittsburgh. I'm on a sabbatical right now. I've been down here about a month and I really think derivatives traders ought to be locked up and put in jail, and I think derivatives in general ought to be criminalized.
I've come here to gather information to move our movement forward in Arkansas.
It's almost like we should abolish Congress and let the corporations run things directly.
I just chose to retire this past June because it ended up being more economically feasible for me rather than to try to continue to work with our pensions being cut back more and more.
There's definite problems in how our corporations are influencing the government, how lobbyists are influencing the government, and the incentives that government officials have to make the rules and regulations. So there's just as much criticism on government itself than the systems placed here on Wall Street.
one of the things that's made this movement powerful, in my opinion, is that the demands are not so specific. They're so generalized that it's tapped the imagination across the planet. And what's happened is that people here are willing to ask the big questions that are not being framed or pre-framed for us by CNN, by Fox, by all the news channels in the world. And the big questions are being asked, and everybody's diving in. Some very intelligent people are here. And I find that absolutely thrilling.
99% of us are left to have no means of redress because we don't have the currency to fight in this type of system. The only currency we have is with our feet and the space that we occupy. And if we all come together and occupy the same space, then we are a force to be reckoned with. And we are going to be able to have the critical mass to initiate change in this country.